Hi, I'm going to record some real estate question and answer video to try and help you pass the real estate exams. I'm located in Texas, so this is for nationals and state. Here we go. Part 1. Homeowners insurance will not protect a property damage due to flooding. When a property owner grants the rights of use to another while keeping legal title themselves, this is an easement. An HOA can ban the following: a political sign larger than 2x3. Which of the following underground storage tanks is not exempt from federal UST rules? Farm and residential tanks with a capacity greater than 1,100 gallons. If an owner owns an easement appurtenant and then he sells the property, what happens to the easement? It belongs to the buyer. When does a buyer's offer become a binding contract? When it is accepted and acceptance is communicated. What is the main disadvantage to a lender who chooses to accept deed in lieu of foreclosure? The lender must accept responsibility for subordinate liens on the property. TREC has the power to order witnesses to appear and produce records and documents for its investigations and hearings. This is called subpoena power. If a licensee holder fails to respond to a subpoena, what can TREC do? TREC can file suit with the Attorney General to enforce the subpoena. A seller has received an acceptance in the offer of the property with the closing date of October 15th. Time is of the essence. 2 days before, the seller says to the buyer that he's unable to close and he will close 2 days later. The contract is now voidable at the option of the buyer because the seller didn't close on time. A tenant signs a lease that calls for periodic increases of rent at scheduled intervals. The lease is referred as a graduated lease. A home is sold for $344,880. The price includes a 12% profit. What is the original cost? $299,000. The sale price is 100% of the price plus the profit percentage times the cost. $344,880 equals 112% of the cost. Using the T-chart, you're looking for the total. Part divided by percentage equals the whole. So, 344,880 divided by 112% equals 299,000. An appraisal is an opinion of value. In stating a seller's price in terms to prospective buyer, the seller's broker is responsible by law of agency to state only those terms that are included in the listed agreement. Why should the consumer information notice be posted? Where? On the broker's business website homepage. An offer was a listed property was presented to the seller. The buyers have had some unusual contingencies in paragraph 11. The seller tells his agent that he wants to take the contract to an attorney before he signs it. What should the agent do? The agent should provide the seller with a copy of the contract to take to his attorney before the seller signs it. When in doubt, always consult an attorney. A borrower is aware that an interest rate are going down soon. He wants to purchase a property now and will be able to take advantage of low rates in the future. What type of loan should he secure? An ARM. An ARM or adjustable rate mortgage will allow a buyer to adjust his lower rate if the rates go down. John, Maria, and Mark are joint tenants. The joint tenancy agreement allows for the partition if all parties agree. Mark dies. Maria sells her share to Jane. With John's agreement, John and Jane are tenants in common. A partition to tenants is common, and it is the only way to divide interest out of joint tenancy to sell to a third party. As discussing property taxes, which of the following would be false about property taxes? So, property taxes aren't automatically lien on the property. Yes. Property taxes are paid first at foreclosure. Yes. Property taxes are based on assessed value and tax rate. Yes. Property taxes are a general lien? No. Property taxes are actually a specific lien. A broker has several offers on one of his listed properties. Which is true? He must present all offers in whichever order he chooses. An investor owns a 10-unit duplex containing 20 apartments. Each apartment in the complex rents for $1,500 per month. Last year, all the apartments were occupied for 6 months. One apartment was vacant for 5 months, and 2 apartments were vacant for 1 month. Which was the occupancy rate for the property last year? 97%. The occupancy rate equals the occupied monthly units divided by total monthly units. The complex has 20 units available for 12 months each, so it equals 240 months for total monthly units. 5 plus 1 plus 1 equals 7 monthly units. Empty. 240 minus 7 equals 233 occupied monthly units. 233 equals what percentage of 240? 233 divided by 240 equals 97% occupancy. A broker has a buyer representation agreement with a buyer and decided to rebate part of the commission to the buyer. Closing costs covered. The broker should rebate the amount on the closing disclosure CD. A rebate can be paid to a client with a transaction. Therefore, it is best